Hello everyone, the story I'm going to share today is her filial piety moved gods. During the Qing Dynasty, a man and his daughter lived in Beijing. Unfortunately, the father was very ill that he was bedridden. His daughter was very worried but acted happily in front of her father. One day, the girl heard that several neighbors planned to go to the temple of Liaoji Mountain to burn incense. She asked one of them, "Aunty, if I go burn incense too, will my father's illness get better?" The old woman said, "If your heart is sincere, it should work." The girl asked, "How far is it from her to Liaoji Mountain?" The woman said, "It's about 100 miles. Then how many steps are in 1 mile?" The girl asked. "About 350 steps," the woman said. The girl recorded all this in her heart. Afterwards, every evening after her father fell asleep, she lit an incense stick and then walked around in her yard while counting her steps. She would also stop and kowtow to the gods. Her father needed her, so she knew that she would not go to the temple in Liaoji Mountain. Instead, every day she lit incense and walked in her yard. According to local custom, the noble families usually went to the temple to burn incense in April. Because of their status, they were to burn the first incense for the coming year. The time had to be arranged by the abbot. The ordinary people would not have a chance to do so. One day, a royal court eunuch named Zhang came to the temple. As soon as he entered the gate, he told the abbot, "What is this? I give you money. Why didn't you reserve burning the first incense for me? Why did you let someone else do it?" As he said this, he pointed to the lit incense sticks in the urn. The abbot also felt that something was strange, so he said, "The temple gate was not even open before you came. I don't know who burned the first incense." So Zhang said, "I will come tomorrow to burn the first incense. This time, please do not give it to anyone." The abbot nodded his head and promised. Zhang returned next morning at 3 a.m. But once again, as soon as he entered the main hall, he found the incense already burned there. He also saw a girl kneeling in front of the Buddha statue, and he could hear her saying something, but she disappeared almost immediately. Zhang said, "Are ghosts daring to openly come to Buddhist temple now? What is going on here?" Thus, the abbot told everyone who came that day to burn incense to get rid of anything negative. And he also told them about the girl. When one woman heard this, she thought for a little while and said, "According to your description of her appearance and her dress, she may be my neighbor's daughter." The woman told the abbot how the girl burned incense and walked around her yard every day, counting steps for her sick father. When Zhang heard this, he said, "Such a filial daughter, she's even moved the gods." After he burned the incense, he went directly to the girl's home. He gave her a great deal of money and also offered to adopt her. Not long after, the girl's father fully recovered. Her family's living conditions were also improved because of Zhang's help. Later, a wealthy businessman married the girl, and both she and her father lived a happy life. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe. Thank you again.